Hello, welcome to Katrina's Creations. This is the Friday edition, and this is a requested video. I had one of you viewers ask me how I weave in ends of yarn when it falls at the middle of a project. So for instance, let's see if I can find one. So for instance, if I was working on a sweater and I have an end to weave in right in the center, or if you're doing circular knitting, like this is a circular knitted sweater that by the time you're watching this, I've ripped apart again. But if you're circular knitting, you're going to have the tails of your yarn somewhere in the middle of your project because there's no edges to weave things into. So someone had asked me if I could do a tutorial on how I weave in my ends. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you how I do it. There's many different ways to do it, but I'm going to show you the two different methods that I use. Now this is an afghan that I am currently working on, and as you can see, I've got ends that I need to weave in because I ran out of one skein to the next right in the middle of a row. If I had run out on the edge, it would be easy enough to thread it through, but in this case I didn't. So I'm going to show you what I do first. The first thing, if you notice when you hold this knot up, you can see a little bit of a hole right here. So when I initially attach the yarn, I attach it and tie it very loosely so that I can come back a few rows on and untie that knot. It's just tied in a double knot. I untie the second part of that double knot. Okay, I've got that first knot. You can see it still is tied here, but I've undone that. And I give it just a little bit of a snug so that it pulls that stitch in so that I don't have a hole right there, so it's not real obvious. I don't pull it too tight because then it'll look funny too, but just make sure it's nice and snug. And then retie your knot. There we go. Now in the case of this pattern, this one is going to be easy to weave in because I can stitch these ends right into the back of this cable on the back side, which I'll turn over here. So you can see I've got lots of lumpy bumpiness here. I can weave this right in and it's not going to show. Or I can even take it up through the back part in here. But sometimes when you are working with some yarns, especially worsted weight, if you just are threading it through, like if this was done in a stockinette stitch, which would look like this, and you try to weave something that is as thick as the existing yarn through it, you're going to see a definite bulk. You're going to see a definite bulkiness. So I will show you the first way that I do things, and then I'll show you a way to solve that bulky issue that you could run into. So I'm just using a darning needle. This is my favorite one. It's just a plastic needle. It came out of a kit, but I like it better than any of the other ones. So I take and I put the yarn, take the needle right down close to that knot and go to the back. So here it is popped out. Now I can either weave this in to the back part of the cable where it's never going to show, or I could take it through here and just catch the space in between the chain that's going up like this. I could get it through there. I can actually even weave it through this edge here, right along this row. Like I said, it's a bumpy textured afghan, so there's lots of places I can weave this without any problems, and you'll never see where I put it. So in this case, I am going to weave it right into the edges of this row going down. Again, I'm on the back part of the sweater, not the front part that's going to show. So I'm going to go through this little loop here. And go through the next one. You don't want to do this through the front because then it definitely would show. Now let me turn this around so you can see what this looks like in the back here. It's really not noticeable. And in the front, this is the other one I'm going to show you how to weave in. In the front, it's not noticeable at all because I'm going down through the back end of this textured twist right here. So if you are dealing with yarn or like a sweater that has stockinette like this, you're not necessarily going to want to weave in that way because it might show up through this side and it would look very, very bulky and thick. So what some people do is they take the yarn, I'm going to lower this so you can see it a little bit closer. Now this is a 4-ply yarn. I've already separated 2 of the plies. I could leave it like this, or you can even separate the next 2 so that you actually separate all 4 plies. And then you weave them in different directions. In other words, you can weave these from the back again. You never weave in from the front. You could weave in from the back, and if you're going into something that with stockinette where it's very smooth, you're going through with a much thinner yarn. It is not going to show up hardly at all. And I will take this over from the back. I'll weave in one of these. I'm not going to do these as single ply. I'm going to do these as 2-ply. And I'm going to take it over to that stockinette area so you can see how smoothly it looks, because this is the technique you would use if you were doing a sweater. So I'm going to turn this over to the back and I'll be weaving in this side here. Okay, my knot is actually all the way over here. I've actually gone straight across here, and you honestly can't see where I've done it because this is so much thinner. All right, now my knot is all the way over here, but I've actually taken this through this direction at this point, but because this is only 2-ply, you can't even see where I took it through. This is that stockinette area. I am on the back side, and you can see where I've come up, and I am just going to pick up these back stitches here. And I'm going to go back and forth across a row. I don't want to take it all the way through so it pops through the front. It's literally just going through the back stitches. Okay, let me turn this around and you will see. I'm going to mark with my fingers where I'm at so you can see. It's coming right across here, but you cannot tell it at all. So this is that other part of that 2-ply, so I will be weaving that next section through. So this particular technique where you separate the plies works well if you are doing stockinette or like a sweater like this where you have a real smooth surface and you don't want any kind of lumps or bumps showing. It works good to separate those plies and then weave them in. But if you're weaving the back into a textured area like this, then you can get away with the full thickness of the yarn because you've got enough texture, it's never going to be noticeable. So I hope this has been helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.